Hello, I'm Stella Zine, and I'm here to respectfully offer, first I want to talk a little bit about best practices in policy and programming, and the second part of my little piece, I'm going to talk about the art program that I do, art programming. It's called, I'll just go on and read what I've written. I'm here to respectfully offer police recommendations as a sex worker advocate, a certified peer counselor. I'm also a peer counselor with the program that the woman that was just speaking. I'm also a peer counselor certified by the state of Georgia. And as the director of SUSA, Scarlet Umbrella Southern Art Alliance. We would like to ask the Atlanta Police to change a policy to making arresting voluntary adult sex workers as law enforcement's lowest priority in their daily work, while making violent and white-collar crime their highest priority. We would like to ask that Atlanta PD make a clear distinction between trafficking and adult voluntary sex work. According to the UN Law Commission, Human Rights Watch, and the ACLU, brutal and unjust criminalization actually is a cause of street survival sex work. We would like to ask the Atlanta Police to consider adopting a similar policy as the LEAD model in Seattle. It's a pre-booking law enforcement assisted diversion program. It would save money, although forced treatment is still problematic. There's a cadre of the Seattle Police Department that work on the street and are trained with the benefits of harm reduction that Mona was talking about. And they're actually trained with harm reduction. And basically the focus is on not arresting the sex workers, but assisting them. So you kind of avoid getting wrapped up in the system to begin with, because it's very hard to, once you're in that, to change, to get out of it. And it's having very good results and helping sex workers get self-determined access of health care, which I have statistics of where that's actually doing good, where self-determined. My own story is I'm 17 years clean and sober, and I'm a CPS and doing all kinds of things. And those on street-based economies need access to restorative justice and health care and community wraparound services. And I think we all want that, right? And Seattle was able to get money for the LEAD program through the Ford Foundation and through Open Society and other grants. And here's another way we might be able to get funding for harms reduction and other positive-based police programs and community services. In 2011, the police department reported a total of 948 arrests of adult voluntary over 18 years of age sex workers in the city of Atlanta, including all genders and races. This statistic. The data comes from the FBI Bureau of Justice Statistics data analysis tool. Out of the 948 arrested of voluntary sex work, there were 587 women and 361 men. No data on trans and gender nonconforming, but we can guess that many of the trans women were put in the category for men. The Atlanta Police Department only reported 11 arrests for female prostitutes under the age of 17, and 3 arrests for male prostitutes 17 and under. And the reports are not in, at least in the Bureau of Justice, for 212 and 213. Of the 940 arrests of voluntary adult sex workers, 120 were white and 798 were black. So that points to discriminatory arresting procedures right now. 23 were Asian, and 1 person was an Indigenous Native American. Oh, get back into the art program? Okay. Thank you. Okay, and with the program that I've been doing, I've been working with some former sex workers currently, and we did an art show in Athens, Georgia, and I've done an art show in Milledgeville, and it was really neat. It was peer-based. It's a peer-based art group, and we did an art show, and people are seen in the community as artists instead of all of these other terms and words that people get called. And definitely with my CPS training and all of my years of recovery, many years of recovery, I know a lot of skills. And one of the things is being self-supporting through your own resources and not to depend on others for monies. Though down the road I probably will be looking for grants for doing more art stuff, because I also went back to school and studied music and art therapy, creative arts therapy, and I'm such a strong advocate for, if somebody is arrested and in the system, for art and music therapies. I worked in the system in mental health in Milledgeville, and I was a peer, a CPS, but I did an art group, and people that, and I definitely worked with sex workers, people that had never, they got to have an art show at a college, that would never have gotten a chance to do a lot of stuff.